What is up, guys? It's me. Today I got a SU match I had against John Origins, and John has been really good for doing these SU matches with me because I've been able to test a lot of shit with him, and they're really fun. So yeah, but this is a rain team I put together. I had a couple matches with this, so be sure to look out for more of this team. But the star of this game is Kabutops. Oh, yeah, and I know I say it wrong, but I have said Kabutops since I was freaking, like, 7 years old, so whatever you say in the comments is not going to get me to change how I say it. But his team, he has a freaking Sun team, and he has Blaziken and Venusaur and stuff, and it's really freaking threatening, so gonna have to watch out for that, and also that Latias, but we should be alright. So anyway, I'm going to lead off with my bird is greater than or equal to the word, and he's going to lead off with the Mamoswine. I'm just going to go straight out for the superpower. I know it probably won't kill, and seeing as he led with it, he more than likely has a focus sash as well. So it doesn't really matter. And he's just going to set up his Stealth Rocks on the first turn. He's kind of afraid of the Icicle Crash, but, you know, whatever. Again, like I said, thinking that he was a lead, he's probably just going to live with the sash and set up the rocks, even if I was able to bring him down to the sash. But now, I'm expecting the Ice Shard, gonna go into Genesect and take that very nicely, and that's pretty good for me, and then I'll be able to go for the U-turn, get some nice offensive momentum as he brings in the Ninetales, and Ninetales sets up that pretty Sun. But I'm a rain team. I don't like the Sun. No, bad Sun. Go away. Bubblegum's gonna come in, and Sun is gonna go bye-bye, and that's good for me because now we got the rain up, and Kabutops is ready to rape some shit. So that's not too shabby. So I think it turns out that his Ninetales is faster than my Bubblegum, but that's alright. Ninetales is naturally faster, so that's pretty good for me. So now I predicted doubles. I double switch, predicting him to switch out because he's obviously not going to stay in on my thing in the rain unless he wants to Toxic me, but otherwise I just go into Tornadus. I go for the Hurricane. Decides to bring in his Mamoswine. That thing dies, so that's pretty good for me. That big threat's out of the way. There's his priority user gone. And now he goes into his Ninetales, and Ninetales sets up the Sun again. I try to go for a Hurricane just for damage, because damage is good. But nah, whatever. Whatever. That's alright. So now, I do miss, and I'm just going to go for a U-turn, get on out of there, just in case he wanted to try to predict something and switch on out. So that's not bad, because I'm just going to go back into Bubblegum, and Bubblegum's going to do Bubblegum things like setting up the rain again, because silly freaking weather. Go away. Go away, Sun. And he sets up a sub, so now I'm thinking that he's going to be sub, Pain Split, Toxic, and Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Which is a set that I run, and it's probably my favorite set for Ninetales. So, expecting the Toxic, I'm going to switch out into my Gliscor, which, of course, does not mind being Toxic whatsoever. So, that is perfectly fine with me. Thank you for that, buddy. And, yeah, so then I set up my Stealthy Rocks, and those are pretty good. And then he goes for the Pain Split. So, it does turn out that he is indeed a Pain Split and Toxic, and then his coverage move would be stabbed with the Fire Blast or Flamethrower. I haven't seen that yet, I don't think. So it turns out it is Fire Blast, so this is indeed my set. Now the thing is, I don't know if he's going to be running max HP, max speed, like I run. But we'll just have to see. So, he goes into his Latias. I predict that like a boss and go for the Toxic and nail that thing. And that's pretty good for me. And, yeah, so that's not that bad. I actually think maybe my Gliscor outsped it already. I think, maybe. Don't quote me. I can't remember, but, yeah, so he knows that I'm going to switch out on that thing, and I'm probably going to go into my Ferrothorn. And it turns out, though, that that is a bad play for me because he double switches into his freaking Ninetales, and then I overpredict. and he goes for the Fire Blast and like rapes my Ferrothorn, and that sucks complete ass. So yeah, Ferrothorn didn't do jack shit this match, but it's okay because Kabutops can come in, and Kabutops can be like, you know what, fuck all this shit, I'm gonna go for my fucking Stone Edge, and that is Adamant, Life Orb, freaking 125 base attack. Nothing is going to take that very well at all. Even this Latias, look at that power, holy shit. So I'm going to switch on there because I don't want my Kabutops taking a Dragon Pulse, and I do not carry the Aqua Jet. And even if it did carry, if it did carry the Aqua Jet, I doubt it probably would have killed in the rain. But then he goes for the Healing Wish. Now he told me that he thought he was just gonna die to an Aqua Jet, but like I said, I don't think I would have been able to kill with the Aqua Jet for one, and two, why would you just Healing Wish? I mean, sure, I kind of get it, but still, why would you go for that move? I mean, maybe recover or something, man. But I U-turn out on his Ninetales, and I go into Bubblegum, and Bubblegum is going to set up the rain again because Bubblegum's good. And now I'm going to predict him to switch out again and go into that big-ass massive threat Kabutops, and Kabutops now outspeeds his whole team. And that is just plain fucking awesome, because I can go for the Stone Edge on this Starmie. My Kabutops is well trained, he does not miss that Stone Edge, and he scores a critical hit. And Starmie is fucking dead. And now Ninetales wants to come in here. Ninetales is good, and he's at a kind of low range amount of health, so I'm like, you know what? Kabutops is well trained. I can go for the Waterfall, and I can kill the Ninetales. Fuck your son. Fuck your, like, halving my power. Kabutops just does not give a shit. So, yeah, that Ninetales is dead. Kabutops putting in fucking work. And he switches on out into his Venusaur. Obviously not going to stay in because I no longer outspeed it. And I'm going to set up my rain with Bubblegum and just sack it because Bubblegum's did good this match. Staying alive till the end. Very good job, Bubblegum. And turns out he is indeed a Life Orb Venusaur. So this was his setter, his sweeper, his good old Sun Sweeper. But Bubblegum goes down, so that's not too shabby. And I'm just going to go into Bird is greater than or equal to the word. I could have gone into Kabutops, and I could have one-shotted him with a Stone Edge. But we all know how Stone Edge is. And didn't want to push it too much further, because I know my Kabutops is well-trained. But I wanted to give him a little bit of a rest. So, take him out with the Hurricane, and then he brings in the Blaziken. Tells me that he is running, indeed, a Choice Banded Blaziken. So, he is not running, like, the standard Protect, Swords Dance, High Jump Kick, Flare Blitz set. So, that is fine, because I'm just going to go into Genesect, and Genesect, I'm just going to sack it to this Brave Bird. And that means that he's only going to be at +1. He does not have Protect. And that means Kabutops is going to be able to come in and finish off this game in style. Because that's the way he rolls. And that's fucking Kabutops for you. He's awesome. So, question of the day, what is your favorite fossil Pokemon? Mine is easily Kabutops, with Aerodactyl being a very, very, very close second. So that was awesome. Also, even if he did have a standard Blaziken, I did have my Gliscor at basically full health, so I would have been able to take any one hit, even if he did set up the +2, and I would have been able to kill him with the Earthquake. So that was pretty good for me. So anyway, that is the game for today, guys. Kabutops definitely raping shit, because that's the way he does, and that's the reason why Kabutops really is the only thing that gives that I can see being a problem in SU with Swift Swim being allowed, because nothing can really stop a Kabutops. Nothing can take a hit from a Kabutops at +2. Not even Ferrothorn, because I carry Low Kick, and at +2 it's a guaranteed one-shot on the standard Ferrothorn set. I mean, and most Ferrothorns probably running specially defensive in this tier. that's going to be an easy one-shot. So that's why I'm definitely thinking in the next time I get around to reworking the SU tier, is Swift Swim is probably going to be gone, because this Kabutops wrecks so much shit. And if you're not ready for any of the other Swift Swimmers, I mean, Ferrothorn takes on a lot of the other Swift Swimmers pretty damn well, because it can't do too much to them, except for maybe Anorith, or Armaldo, because I think Armaldo gets superpower as well, but Armaldo isn't nearly as powerful as Kabutops. But, because Ferrothorn can live a hit, go for the Thunder Wave, and cripple the Swift Swimmer, but you can't really do that with Kabutops. So, yeah, that's the thing. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and deuces.